Hi, everybody, and welcome to Math 080. I'm going to quickly go through what you need to look for and what you need to do to complete a successful semester with me, Dr. Togans. So, welcome. So, every week you will see news on this screen, the very first screen. Just read through everything. Please subscribe to the Alex videos that I've created so that when I create new videos, you'll get an alert. Make sure that you read everything over and take your initial knowledge check in Alex, read the syllabus, and make sure that you have the correct camera set up, meaning you have to buy an external side view camera. So make sure you look that over so that you can see what that is supposed to look like, because there will be others in my class that will be where they've watched my students to see if they're cheating. So if any of the side view camera criteria is going to be difficult for you, then you can take your exams on campus. There are several ways to see what you need to see when you click on D2L. So you're going to click begin here. So you can click on the course contract. You see my virtual office hours. You see the schedule. And you can click the arrow here to go through all of these items. Just make sure that you click the buttons for the course contract. And then there's a syllabus quiz. Do not worry about it too much. You are supposed to get a 10 out of 10. It says 11 here. Just do your best. It's going to be a participation grade. That's for online tutoring. And then there's on-campus tutoring. I linked the schedules there. And then there's some other stuff on there. The IT help desk. If you have any difficulties accessing the course, call the IT help desk because I can't fix anything. The stuff about me, frequently asked questions. You do have your own Zoom, just like I do. So a lot of these items are here. Hawkmail, check it all the time. Access to the library, like articles, things that you might need for research. Tutoring services are here, and we do have free tutoring 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just check into that. You're always going to click on Brightspace to access the course. Okay. And now we want to go to Alex. Now, you're not going to need to log into Alex separately. You're going to click on the single sign-on. There's two ways you can get to Alex. You can do it from here on the homepage, or you can do it through content. So once you click on it, it is going to ask you if you used Alex before. If you used Alex just to take a placement exam, do not use that account. It may say something like you're a new student. You're going to take your initial knowledge check directions. I'm going to go through content here. So there are single sign-on directions here. I looked through it and it is applicable. There's going to be a point where it asks you to click on Alex and then existing user. There's the phone number. If you have any difficulty, all you do is click on it and then do not use a username and password to try to get into Alex. That much I do know. So if you used it for your placement exam, do not use that account. It may say new user. The information that you need to be a new user is automatic. So just be careful. And if you're not sure, just email me. So once you're into Alex, there's your textbook. So you do not need to buy a book unless you really want to have a book. Some people like to have that book in their hand. This practice test, you need to do this after you get your side view camera, and you need to make sure that it works. Because if it doesn't work or you have any difficulties, you can get a device from the IT help desk. Now, there's going to be some tutorials. You can do the tutorial, that's fine. But here's your textbook, the ebook. You can use that for, there's 3 technology assignments that you need to do for participation grade. So why did it pop up? Skip tutorial. You can do the tutorial if you like. I just said skip it. All right, so this is what you're gonna do. This is the first thing that you have to do. So my remote class, even when you come to class, this is what you're gonna do. And my virtual students, this is what you're also going to do. Take your time. The reason why I say that is because you can test out of lots of topics. If you rush through it, just to get it done, you're gonna get tons of topics. You can finish your units early and get them out the way. I usually have students that do an amazing job with that. Gradebook, so these are participation points. So where you see week 1, these are the homework grades. Where you see that week, I think I'm gonna add 2 more for the participation. Oh, there's 1. So I need to add 1 more somewhere in the center of all of that. So this is one way to see your grade book. Just click on yourself and student grade book. All right, your assignments. This is where you really look at your assignments. I have them matched up with D2L, but don't look at them from there. So don't worry about D2L that much, except for the technology assignments. It's just a placeholder for most things. But here are all your assignments. You need to make sure that you do the practice test. It is not counted in your grade. Please do not worry about it. Just make sure you have your side view camera connected. You have a review. I've been told by students in the past that as long as you complete your review 100%, you do better on the exam. So these are all of the dates. Please make sure that you know all of these dates. If you stop working in Alex, I am required to drop you from the class. So make sure that you are doing all of your assignments on time. All right. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you right now about Alex. So just going back to D2L, there are a few things besides your discussions. Okay, so the first week of class, you're going to do a discussion, just introducing yourself and read this criteria. And then make sure you do it in the first week by Sunday night. So Thursday night you post and then you reply to 2 people just to get to know each other. These discussion boards are for students to help each other. I'll be checking on it here and there. This is really so that you can help each other. And then they're just based on all of the chapters, units. Unit and chapter mean the same thing. There are 3 technology assignments that you can do. I recommend that you do them in groups. You can do them through Zoom, on Zoom. If you want to do them by yourself, you can. So let's go to the Dropbox. So the technology assignment for Unit 1. Okay, so this is where you would paste your link or your video link, your Zoom link. I really prefer Google Sheets and not Excel file, but you know, just do what you can. Also, you do need to submit your work for exam 1, 2, and 3. So I prefer that you upload it in one PDF. So there's TurboScan. There's so many scanning apps. If you have an iPhone, you can use the Notes app and just take pictures through that, scan, and then send me the PDF of that. I don't want a bunch of pictures. Just make sure your work is really nice and neat. Places where you can find the technology assignments. I've changed these over time, so it's highly probable that you're going to find a mistake somewhere because I've changed them around so much. But the technology assignment lesson 1 is here. I believe these videos match it. And then to download the template, click the down arrow next to it and choose download. This is the technology assignment, so just follow this video.
We will look at how to create a pie chart.
Okay, so that is the technology assignment for 1-1 is on page 11. It's on page 11. Update. And then note that the video only shows a pie chart, but you should do a pie chart and a bar graph. Okay, so all you're gonna do is create, you could use a Google Sheet. I prefer a Google Sheet because then all you have to do is turn in a link. But if you are more familiar with Excel, use Excel, you do have access to Microsoft 365 through Hack. Registration. I know you have Google Apps. So you can click Drive for Students and you have sheets on there. This is Google Sheets right here. You could use Google Sheets. I recommend that. And you also have Google Docs down here. Then you have a lot of Google stuff. I rather Google Sheets, but you do have Office 365 somewhere. I just don't know exactly where that is. Hack puts a lot on their web pages. You're just going to watch this video and then you're going to recreate this. Just because this says solutions and these technology, the only one is the one that you need to turn in. The bookwork solutions are here. So these are supposed to match the book. So the PowerPoints work. Okay, the PowerPoints for the chapters do match up with the book and they do have answers in them like this. So if you click the book, so let's say we go to chapter 2. So what you can do is use the PDFs of the PowerPoints. So each one has a PowerPoint, so you can use those. Some math websites for you, Purple Math, Virtual Nerd, Khan Academy for more practice. I am going to also add in Desmos. So I absolutely love Desmos. Graphing Scientific Calculator, I would say use this. The ALEKS calculator can be frustrating, but you should learn that as well, especially if you are taking the exam, because you can't use this calculator for your exams. You can practice and then write down what you learned from the graphing calculator. Also, you can log in with your Google account. So y equals 2x. This is why I love Desmos, because you can create a table and then you can click on all of the data points that are important for slope, y-intercept, x and y intercepts, slope intercept form, it just gives you a visualization of what is going on a graph when you get there. You can also change decimals into fractions if you click the little fraction button here. Love it. There's many more things that it does. So I'm going to put the graphing calculator on D2L as a link. Create a link. Desmos graphing calculator. All right, I'm going to put at the top. Other ones are kind of old. Virtual Nerd is also good, so I'm going to put that second. Khan Academy is good as well. And the other two I really don't use. But Khan Academy has lots of courses on there. All right, so initial knowledge check, do the week 1 discussion, email me. Also give you a little bit about emailing me. Okay, so when it comes to emailing me, I have 3 classes and they all are the same kind of course. So you have to be really specific, especially if you're in my virtual class. So there are two CRNs, course numbers. So one is 28679, the other one is 27669. My remote class, if you could put R080, that lets me know that it's math. It's my remote class. But if you're in my virtual class, please make sure you put that there too. Okay. Make sure that you put a subject in your email. Email me from your Hawkmail account, and you can also create a signature. I'll show you how to do the signature from Gmail. All right, I hope you enjoy the course, and make sure that you are ahead and you are spending the right amount of time in your course every week. Remember that I'm required to drop you if you are not working in Alex. Please do all the discussions and the Dropbox stuff. Alex is the most important thing, and that is where you see your grade as well. So just click on Gradebook and just look at the top. It'll show you your grade. Remember to take the practice exam, and remember, it is not included in your grade. Okay? So email me if you have any questions. Welcome.